All right. So you're all very welcome and thank you so much for choosing to take the MAGMA program and also for showing so much passion for it. Thank you very, very much. Welcome, Jarudi. We admitted one, roast one. They will come back. Let me see whom we've roast. Yeah, it's back.
Thank you so much. Thank you for welcoming me.
Thank you. Okay. So he is connecting from Kigali. Welcome. So our program where we were delivering the course from the program, we had an issue. We tried to go back. This is a wrong course and we are putting courses in order. Sometimes we change the system because it's supposed to be generic. So when you go to the system, you have already set the dates. I mean the lessons. You are now going to unit 2 and then you discover they are no longer in the system. The good thing is they could be retrieved. They were somewhere on our drive, but they were not in the course system itself. And remember that people are joining at different paces, so you don't want to tell people, please go to this site, I've put courses for you, lessons for you, and then they go there and there's nothing. So that's why we had to move to a new system that is actually, it's an opportunity. We thank God for it because we've actually upgraded the course, and I think that's why we could get some feedback. I saw Mark Vic sharing some information, something here that I have to read for you. This is what he said. This is great. The course was so educational. At least following was easy. Waiting for the next session. Yes. So this is the next session we're doing, and we will soon also, after this lesson, we will also be knowing where we are going next. So this is a challenge to all of us, like an encouragement that the system we're doing right now, it's actually the best. Yeah, compared it to the other one. The other one we had acquired it for free, but this time around, this one we have paid for it and it is working very well. You wouldn't believe we are seeing everyone. So actually, we see what everyone is doing here. So it's a real course, and I want to tell you, everyone is doing great. Thank you so much. There are other people who had issues with the course because they had different challenges. People have been having different challenges. So when they go into the system, they find a challenge like online learning. Learning goes with challenges. That is where I went, and it is a university that is highly established, so large. But the system was hard until me, I told myself this one is too hard. But online learning requires mastering this program. That's why I think that the way you are mastering this software as you navigate, we we need you need to be ready to be helping more people who come and they are new. And when they ask questions, when they get stuck, you can also participate and help. But thank you so much for following. Please, if anyone finds any challenges with this new system we've launched, please, and I don't think we are going to change soon because it's the one we had originally wanted to use. But for a temporary season, we had moved away. Now we are back to it and it's working well. So don't think we're going to change your system within the course. No, it's not going to happen. We're not going to change. So thank you. I don't know whether there is any other feedback. If there's any other feedback, please share as I prepare my presentation.
Maybe I can go first. I really thank you and the team behind the Magma program. For sure, the system is so organized now.
Yes.
While we're in class and the previous one, you could never imagine that there would be something better. Usually when you're in amid something, you can believe it's a climax, it's the best, but the system is so organized now. The lessons are orderly. One takes you to the other, it leads you to the activity. It is just so orderly, so good. Personally, I'm grateful. We appreciate your hard work, and I promise to use it to the best. Thank you very much for your tireless efforts.
Thank you very much, John. Yeah. Anyone else?
This is Mark Vic. We are simply appreciating because now following up is very greatly easy, and we really thank you. We are following up.
Thank you, Mark Vic. Okay. How about the ladies on this platform? How is the system easy for you now compared to the previous one?
Morning, everyone. I think the
Morning.
system is working well. I had some challenges, but then they were rectified. Yeah, I'm just excited for what is coming up next.
Thank you very much. that is Jemima. So now, should we go to the presentation? We're going to look at how to make a website with zero cost. Of course, don't say this is a very great website. No, you have to pay in order to have a very great website. Now, this is my first official website that I can be happy with, even when I have paid zero. Thankfully, there are companies out there that can allow this to happen. So we have WordPress. I have some pop-up here that I would like to remove so that I'm able to, yes, push it aside. Yeah, awesome. Technology is awesome. Okay, so how can I create a simple website with zero cash? I don't know whether this is new, and if it is not new, then I'll ask you, how come you didn't have a website before? For those who don't have, and then for us, you don't have to look for greatness on the website. We think we can leverage a credibility program within MAGMA, and then you are comfortable with your website until you're able to upgrade it. So if you go to wordpress.com, you can start with a subdomain. There you put your name. Here we just say, for example, magmatest.wordpress.com. If you need, it's easy to use, really. So you don't really need to read in order to come up with this website. You can build it yourself. Remember, that's why we exist. That's why Magma exists. We make sure that nothing fails because people are saying they need to start when they are great. No. So here, if you need to learn how to do it, there is a short course that takes 4 hours that is offered by WordPress, and there is a link here for that. It is on learn.wordpress.org. As you can see, the link is there. Now, the purpose for this is to make sure that people, rather than being impeded, they feel like they cannot continue because they don't have money to employ a technical person, and sometimes ICT personnel can be very expensive. I'm not discrediting IT personnel. We need them seriously, and at a later stage, we need them to be able to help when we advance in our programs. So we need them, but there is obviously where you don't stop when you don't have an IT person within your settings. There are things you can do, and they will be great. And at some point, you will realize maybe you will ask yourself all along, what was I waiting for? So here you can do the website yourself, and there is a tutorial there. And for this basic level, if you have any question, you need help, utilize the WhatsApp group that we have, and that is why it is there. We can answer from here. The course admin can answer, or any other member can answer. We're here to help one another. So what do we need on the page? Basically, it's the home page. You need how many pages? 4. Basically, 4. At least have 4. You can have more, but at least have 4. And as I have already said, if you need help, please ask on the WhatsApp subgroup so that people can also scroll back and they learn how to do it. So maybe we can develop a frequently asked questions page later, but for us, we can utilize this WhatsApp. And if you need this to be done, if you could do this within the shortest time possible, so our help can be remain open for the next 1 to 2 weeks, and then we close this so that we are not overwhelmed. So if you need a site, we allow you 2 weeks instead of 1, because you might need to come up with for those of you who work as a network or work as a corporate or you work as a team, maybe you need to agree on a few things. So the 4 pages you might need is the home page, which is basically your landing page. It's a reflection of everything, a summary of everything that is on your website. You need the about page. This defines who you are, your purpose. It gives the justification and where you work. Now, remember, these are the things we've just covered in Unit 1. And somebody who was asking whether there was a question. Yeah, we need to enable commenting feature in the next lessons, and a few lessons will be having the quiz afterwards. But we also have seasons of testing, like this end of unit activity. So now you discover that MAGMA leadership program being entirely practical, we actually give very few notes. For example, when you look at activities, like the notes we give, they're really very few notes because we are more practical. It's not like, remember, many people have studied this in their classrooms, and we expect people also to come in when they are actually in even organizations that we all might be looking at. So they know all these things. But what we are looking at right now is what is not common. It is the practical part of it, the IT integration, as you know where we are going, even picking a hint from the artificial intelligence. If we all do not adjust now, those are the birds in the background. Let's enjoy their additional music, background bird singing. So if we don't if we don't adjust now, then we are likely to fall behind. But I thank God that for us, we are here and we are so enthusiastic. Hopefully more people will join. And don't forget, when they join, whenever you can, you always be available to assist them when they are likely to start when they are stranded, and you'll be experts. So what else does the about page talk about? It is where you show your vision, your mission, objectives, and your activity list. So when you forget what you're supposed to be there, go back to unit 1 and review the lessons. Good enough. This time they will not be deleted. They can't be deleted. Remember, this is an ongoing course. People come. We've come in, and when we finish, we will transition to, when we finish, some of us will continue. There are some people who have joined as on the ambassador program. Some people will try to be our ambassadors in their countries, or cities or regions. And then other people will join as facilitators. Right now, I'm the only facilitator, and there are no other facilitators we have, because not that there are no qualified people we have, but the system, because it's integrated and multifaceted, and we don't think there's anything like this anywhere else. That's why we don't want to pick facilitators from outside, no matter how great they would be. So for anyone to be a facilitator, they would have to join in at whatever level. They can join as whatever. We haven't actually developed a higher level of higher professionals joining. So like those we would look at, like this is a co-facilitator material, because we are looking at the people who are doing this program, that when they are doing their own business, like they will spare an hour a day to supervise assigned participants in the future. And then of course there are other terms and conditions that have to be involved in order to compensate for that time they give the 1 hour per day. But that time it will come at that time. So yeah, as I was sharing, some will go to the ambassador program, some will join as the facilitators, but generally all of us, mainly for those who have companies, NGOs that they are working with, they will stay we will stay in the same network. As you can see, there are strong benefits in staying network. And also, when we finish this program, we will receive our certificate. But guess what? There is also an additional certificate for the organization that sent you. That's why, for me, I encourage you, as much as possible, you spend your own money, but if possible, let your organization pay for your costs, because you're going to earn them a certificate. And I don't think that certificate is easy, because at that moment you will have helped your organization to have systems, to have competence. We will see but you see where we are right now. But that within the first 2 weeks, we are already working on websites. Some entities, they spend 2 years or more, 10 years, and they don't have a website. So let's continue. We go to the next. In about page, you will notice that you're supposed to have the activity list as well, but this is just the list. And then you have another page for activities. Now, this is what you do in brief detail. You describe each activity that you listed under the about page, because people, remember, when you meet somebody, they want to know you. Who are you? Or maybe they know you, you greet. What else do they ask you? Maybe I shouldn't be speaking alone. So at this point, please unmute and share. You are meeting a person and they want to know more about you. what are the questions they generally ask you? I guess let me go back, admit one more person, if that is the person to admit, and then okay. Okay, now making sure everyone is here. So unmute and kindly share with us. When you meet somebody and you're greeting, you're talking to them, what are the questions they're likely to ask you? You introduce yourself. Hi, I'm Emmanuel. And then the other person mentions their name. What are they likely? They want to know. It's a catch-up moment. You probably are in a business meeting and now you're in a break. What else are they going to ask you?
Where you are coming from.
Exactly. And which page relates to that? Which web page relates to that?
The about page.
Exactly. What else? Where you come from? What else are they likely to ask you about?
One also challenging one usually, after introducing yourself very well, the person asks you again, who are you?
Okay, yes. So you introduce what you do. Aha. That is another thing we have to add. Your team. We have to add that. Team. You need to talk about yourself. Yeah, on your website as well. Yeah, that is missing. We have to add that there. And what else do they ask for?
What your organization or institution do?
Exactly. And which page relates to that?
I believe it's the activity list page.
Exactly. And one more. What else are they likely to ask you about?
Maybe, how can I get to know more from you or hear from you?
Exactly. Call to action. Now, if you went there with a purpose, you know where you're going, you share it. But now they're trying to make sense of you. You see that? Did you know that everybody you meet tries to make sense of your existence, like your organization, your company? Why do you exist? Now they are trying to see, what can I do, or what can they do? What can I do for them, or what can they do for us? Okay. And which do we have a page that relates to that?
To how they can get to know more about us or to hear
Yes.
from us.
How they can participate.
It would, I don't know if we shall add the contact page or you can get to do, but otherwise even the about page maybe briefly could, but I don't know. You could direct there.
Yes. So okay. What else? What else do you think for the others? You share with us before I give my opinion. People are trying to ask, how can we be a part of what you do, or how can we help you? Where do we find that?
I think in the about.
Another option, it can be in the about page. Where else can it be?
If the I also believe if the activities are clearly listed, someone willing to get a service from you or someone willing to work with you can easily see what they can pitch in to go along with you.
Yes. Which page relates
Another
to
one,
that? Yes.
another one could be the home page.
Yes. The home page, the call to action on the home page. Where else can we put that information? How to help or how to participate? Somebody mentioned on the contact page, about page, home page. Yes. How about the activity page? So how about if we suggest an additional page then that is separate? How would we call it? Do you think getting involved? Get involved. Another page is get involved. That is like call to action. There is a page you can say help, that then you can say participate, you can say how to get involved, but that is for NGOs. So for businesses, what do you say there?
Businesses would put a sales or a buy page.
Exactly. Sales or buy page. So you remember that. That is more important. Why is this person coming to your site? There must be a link that takes them to the next level. So yes, and if you don't have a sales or buy link, you just say connect, or maybe it is in contact. Connect or contact, so it is in contact. But maybe you are leading them to the services, and we did not go beyond here. So next time we will talk about service description and product description. Then we briefly talk about online, making life easy. This is online integration. All those are systems that people are using today because they are traveling a lot distances, but just to buy, people are going online, then they decide where to buy from. So the next one, so we are done with the pages that are needed. you design you design your website in a way that you will keep upgrading it. Yes, Jemima.
I was thinking so many times people, personally, when I get onto pages, maybe that you're selling products or something, it's always encouraging when we read some success stories, like reviews or something like that. So I would think that it would be ideal to also add that.
Exactly. Reviews or success stories. Yes. That's another one. That's another page. And the summary of that can be on the home page. Yeah. Okay. Finally, we are there. We finished the pages. So we are going to, yes, you can improve from time to time. So the good thing, let me tell you, the old system of website design using HTML method, the files that you work on a computer, then you upload them. So the challenge with that is that you have to update manually. It's very complicated. Only experts can do that. But this one, you can do it from your side. And whatever else is hard, then you can give your login information to somebody to correct it for you. Remember, you have to always use the person you trust. You own the site, you control the cost. Here, which cost are you controlling? It is zero. But there is one issue that you might want to upgrade later to have a domain. For example, right now, the growth, if you want to have your own domain, let's assume your organization or company is called magmatest.com or magmatest.org for NGOs.com for businesses. It's the default name, a domain. Then WordPress requires you to pay $60. And this is exactly what you pay to either WordPress, or if you want to buy through us, this is what you pay to us. You don't add anything. Just use the current US dollar rate by the market. You only have to ask us, I would like to upgrade. I want my own domain and I would prefer to buy through you. So kindly, I am ready to send you the money in dollars or in the new state, the local currency. But you can go online. You see, when you can buy online, when you can send money to us, it means it's your convenient. You see, for us, our system, when you pay online, it's the same as paying on WordPress. So here, you see what we're trying to do. We are not controlling. We are releasing God's people to go free and do business and serve people. So first option that I would recommend is that you go to wordpress.com and you pay. And you see, even what I tell you right now, even some official from WordPress can review what I'm saying. So that's why I have to be very fair. So you can pay this $60, and then they will help you to map your domain. Alternatively, pay through a Tune 40 by sending us the money either on our website or send it to us. You can ask us other options in the region here. You can ask us any options, but you use your current in-country rate to know how much you always send money in your own country currency, and you don't add anything, just exactly to the tune $60. Why we want you to own this, to know that we are not trying to squeeze uh growing enterprises by saying, no, no, you need to bring money here. No, obviously the system, the program itself costs money, and every entity that comes in, they choose how much they want to pay, but everyone, what they choose to pay, we want them to feel like as if they have paid because it's our offer to them. If somebody comes and they have been given a free offer, you feel like you've paid also. Value your time, your input, because this is roughly, I don't think we are going to go beyond 1,000 US dollars for completing this program. One person, one seat. But of course, as you will see on our website, we have offers from $0 to $1,000. It depends. Like those people paying $1,000, there are things in the future that they don't pay for. Now, like you see, now we are asking you to pay for the domain. But if you had paid like a particular, the next after zero offer, remember when I say zero offer, it doesn't mean you should undermine your participation because you're doing exactly the same program as those who are paying. The only difference is that we pay for the people for some other things they might need. So, for example, if somebody comes in with either the zero, the free offer or with the $30 offer. It's also an offer because the actual cost per year is $1,000 and the cost lasts only 1 year, paid in installments. If these two categories, we don't pay services for them, so they have to pay this $60. And remember, we always provide the cheapest method available and then the paid. So for now, the basic level is you want to have a domain, it will cost you $60 per year, including hosting, and that is provided by WordPress. It is secure, it is scalable, and yeah, you don't have to rush to it. You just do it when you're ready, when you're earning money and you really feel like this, like you have a budget for marketing or for communication. And when you have some money into that vote for marketing, just get a set of $60 and get a domain, and or you can do it yourself or we'll help you again at no charge. You will notice that every system we launch is designed in such a way that you can do things from your user end. Then I'll show you that when we go to the next slide. Now, when you have the MAGMA directory, what it does for you, it actually, we showcase people who are going through the MAGMA program, nothing else. There's no business around it. But in a way that it also builds credibility. So if a person is undergoing our program, so now what you do, we are going to send you this presentation. We also upload it into the course system for those who are not able to attend, that they may get it. Then we also have to activate these links where you will find them easy way we've learned. Do you remember how we messed you up when we did not provide the real course access link and we thought everybody was doing the course? And by the way, this system is very good. And then we noticed there was nothing coming in, no feedback. How come 24 hours, no one has done nothing? And then running the survey, that's when we discovered that we had actually messed up our people. And thank you so much for sending your feedback. You've saved so many people. They won't struggle. Now, do you see the feedback, the kind of feedback now you're bringing in, which means now we're top of things. We're now moving on very well. So when you go to the first link, let me see whether it can work. But if I click it, can you still see where it has gone? Can you see where it is now, which page it is opening?
Yes, we see the MAGMA direct.
Exactly. Thank you. It says add details. Here you go straight to the website. Don't go there now because the link is not active, but as soon as it is active, we'll send a message. So now when your website is ready, please don't fill in before the website is ready. That's why we're talking about credibility. There are things we can't do here because somebody out there is counting on us to maintain the standards. So that's why we cherish people to be part of this program, and also not necessarily everyone, but really everyone who feels they need it. Like even me, as I am a facilitator, I am part of a team and I know we really need this. So here you put in your title. This is your organization name here. Then here you put a brief description of your organization. The 5 W's should be answered clearly. That is who we are, what we do, why we exist, where you can find us, and what is the other why. There are 5. What have I forgotten? Who we are, what we do, where we work, why we exist. When we work simply is if you are not daily, then which days are you active? And when can people find you? Yes. So I think somebody put up a hand. Let me look for this person, enable them to, yes. Please go ahead. So here in the title, that's where you put your organization name, your full organization name, the registered name, and then here it is your description. The description simply put in simply the 5 W's: who we are, what we do, where we work, why we exist, and when we are at work, right? Then the link. Remember the link to your website that you completed. That's why we want the website done first for those who don't have it. And then you click on submit listing. Here it's a summary. Write it neatly. You can write in WordPress, in Word, and then you paste it in here. Then you submit. After you've submitted, for us, our work is to check the site link to see whether it is active, and then we'll check a few things like if it's submitted by somebody who is not in MAGMA, it will delay being uploaded. If it is submitted by somebody who is participating in MAGMA, we can vouch for this person. This person is attending our MAGMA program. We have a reason to show you who is attending the MAGMA program. We will activate the listing. So let me see if I can show you something else. Okay. I think you can see, I don't know whether you are seeing the other link of MAGMA directory. Let me see whether it has anything there, just in case. Jemima, are you here? Can you see? Don't worry, I'm going to share it. It's an example. It's not fully complete. We will take it down after this meeting. Don't worry. It will be uploaded at the right time when it's ready. So
What I'm seeing on your screen is leverage MAGMA directory.
it's
Okay.
coming. What are you
Okay.
seeing right now?
Yeah, I'm seeing the page.
Boys of Hope mentorship program. That's the program that Jemima represents. She's the only one who so far has submitted, but she will need to resubmit because we hadn't run this course, this lesson before. So because the picture is missing, now we just went there into the system and said verified. I will talk about the verified. You see here the representative. We need a picture of the representative of the organization. Yeah, she's the one who. Can you see this? Can you see your name there, Jemima?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, you see the description I was sharing with you has to be uploaded, your summary. You see it is brief but well written, but it should be a bit captivating enough to enable a person to click on the link that should be somewhere below here. The link now goes to your website. And this is what I'm telling you. There's no one who come to you and say, oh, you built your website on a free domain by WordPress. First of all, the WordPress is a credible organization, and also you appear on at Uni40, and at Uni40 is also a standards-based enterprise. No one should look down on you for that. And then at the right time, it's when you can have the website you want. So, do you have any questions before we move from that? Okay, so I think this is where we are, and our next lesson will be basic legal requirements in your country. So everybody, this is our lesson 4 in Unit 2. Kindly everyone do a research on your basic legal requirements that are required for a business company and also for a non-government organization, and then we'll discuss them either online or we set up another call like this. So we'll discuss them. So let me talk about verification. There is approval to be on the listing, and there's also verification. So our verification, we verify that we know this organization. And so far, the good news is that people who are already undertaking this MAGMA program so far right now, we know them from here. We know individuals, we know organizations. But if assuming anyone we don't know them, we just utilize the people. That's why we continue to pray for ambassadors. Let's assume somebody has entered from Kigali. So at no cost for us, we support our ambassador in Kigali to go to this enterprise or this organization, this entity. By entity, we mean an NGO or business company. And then this person goes there to verify their existence. So while they can freely undertake this program without us knowing where they are and without us knowing them personally, for them to be verified, somebody will have to go on ground. Right now, everyone here, I can just go on and verify because I know where they are. But for new people, it is us, the community who are here, who are to go and verify that this person exists and also verify the existing documentation. So don't worry about that. I'm going to tell you how to navigate the pre-registration period. So before you register, if you're an NGO, find an NGO that you can collaborate with in the time being. You look like their project, even when you are, of course, they have to integrate your activity so that also you abide, both of you do not break the law in any way as you process your registration. This helps you to now get verified to show up on the MAGMA directory even before you get your own certificate of registration. If you're a business company, you do the same. You can do the collaboration, operate under an existing business enterprise, business company, and then you will be on the MAGMA directory, even as you work towards your own registration. Do we have any questions, feedback as we prepare to close?
I was asking if I'm having registration of my company is in progress, but some documents are not yet submitted for, I can say, it's partially registered. How do you go about it?
There we would only need the timeline when the registration would be ready. Yes, so that each time we keep checking on you to make sure that we know that you are registering, so that you don't relax. That's all we would want to know. You would tell us when registration is likely to be ready and where you are in the stages. Okay, so can we say that from here, are people ready? Are we ready to make our websites then?
Come again?
From here, yes. Jemima says yes. From here, are we ready to make our websites?
Yeah, we can try our best.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's good.